Hello and welcome to Keep the Change podcast number 2. I'm Job.
I'm Oliver.
I'm JK, and with us is our very unspecial guest, Cameron.
Hello.
It is the night of the release of Captain
America. Good job.
Yeah,
Captain America, Civil War, let's go!
of Marvel's Doctor Strange, starring Benedict Cumberbatch.
Not to be confused with Doctor Who.
Screw Doctor Who. Or just
Captain
thrown out
America.
there.
Not necessarily screw Doctor Who, but yes. Doctor Strange.
Some of us have mixed opinions on Doctor Who, but Doctor Strange, really excited for it. Marvel movies have been almost always on the spot.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree.
Yes, there have been a few.
There's been more than a few. Not okay. You give me a list. I'm saying half the list is awful.
Half the list?
Half the
I'm
list.
going to tell you right now that both Hulks were terrible.
Both Hulk. No,
Okay.
there's only been one Hulk.
Okay, but the
No,
Hulk...
there's been two Hulk
not-
movies.
Oh, there has been two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the
Technically.
first one.
Both Hulks have been terrible. Let's throw that out there, right? Iron Man 2 was meh.
Help me out here. Help me
No,
out here.
Iron Man 2 was good. Iron Man 3 was meh.
Okay, Iron Man 3... I don't have anything to say. Okay, it was bad. I liked it. It was bad. It was definitely bad. But, which was the first Hulk? Because I know the one where, Abomination is at the end, and... What's the first
Oh, I don't remember. We're gonna have someone go look it up for us. But
Yeah.
So, like, how excited are you for Doctor Strange? So, like, 1 out of 10. You're 10 for Doctor Strange. You're that excited?
No, it's not Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Doctor Strange, I would probably give it an 8 because Benedict Cumberbatch and the trailers, if you see the trailers, those things just visuals, it looks fantastic. I don't even care if it's terrible plot-wise, just for the visuals alone, I want to see this movie. Like, I physically just want to see it.
Yeah.
It's going to be on the level of Inception, I'm guessing.
Ooh.
And it's really cool because
Visually.
they're adding a new character into the scene that we haven't really seen in any Marvel movie, at least for the last 30, 40 years. I mean, they may have had an old movie, but it's going to be really cool because we've never seen him like a brand new character, and he's super powerful. He is the guy who can control anything. And a discussion of who could defeat the Hulk, apparently he's one of the only people that has the potential power to actually defeat the Hulk.
Doesn't he cast?
Oh man,
their
there's
Hulk out
gonna
of
be
him?
so many fact checkers so many people could watch this and be like, "That's not true."
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure
In
Doctor
episode
Strange.
29 of the comics, Doctor Strange and Marvel Woman
Get out of
stop
here.
Hulk.
Marvel Woman.
No, there was a movie on Doctor Strange, an animated one, where I'm pretty sure he casts out the Hulk from Doctor
Yes, there is.
Doctor Banner,
There is
or was Loki one of those two? They casted the Hulk out of him.
one timeline. Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and a bunch of other top smart people and scientists. They thought that a Hulk was too much of a threat to deal with, so they actually sent him
Into
Oh,
space.
yeah.
into the space.
Send him to the moon.
What started a whole new series with the Hulk becoming like the god of a planet, which was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it
They
was
had an
good.
animated film. That was on Netflix. It was actually
Planet
really
Hulk.
good. Planet Hulk, actually a
Go
pretty
see
fun
it.
movie. Yeah, I recommend it. Not sponsored.
So I'm like a 6 out of 10 for this movie. I expect it to be like a 7.5, but I'm also pretty sure it might be lower than that.
So you're gonna lowball it? Play it safe. I get that.
I'm gonna lowball because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lowball. I'm not playing safe. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a 7.5 for me.
But lowballing never hurts because if you lowball and then it's good, it's just all the better, you know? Highballing, I highballed this one movie. Like, I was so excited. I can't remember what it was, but I hated it. I highballed it and I hated it. It's kind of weird. I can't remember.
I know the name of it.
What was it?
It was Civil War.
Civil War? Nah, I kind of highballed that, but I wasn't too disappointed. It was okay. I wasn't super excited,
That was
though.
so disappointing.
It was such a fun movie. So, like, that kind of gets to another topic of when we say a movie's good, I think there's a couple different categories. One, is it entertaining? One, does it have a good plot and good dialogue? Because there's a lot of people who see the visuals and like how exciting it is. And then there's people who are like, I like a story. That story was stupid. It was a terrible movie. So, sometimes it kind of annoys me when a movie looks awesome.
Yeah, no, you should definitely have both.
Yeah, but
So, like, hold on. Example,
Alright,
Avengers.
So technically, since good is completely on your own opinion,
Yeah.
you know, it has to only be about did you enjoy it or
Yeah.
did you think it was good? And it's so weird because some movies are good to other people, and some movies are not good to others. And that begs the question, are any movies actually good?
It's a deep question. We're getting philosophical on our movie ranking.
Okay, I'll tone it back on the philosophy,
Sure.
because I actually haven't taken that
So-
class yet.
Okay. Well,
Once I take it, I'll go full in philosophy.
you're,
But,
you're already a natural. You're doing great.
thank you.
Yeah.
Can I talk about Phase 1? So, Phase 1 of Marvel, if you don't know, Marvel's going through phases, right?
Yep.
With these movie plans. It's this whole, freaking, plan to take over the world cinematically.
Cinematic world.
It's ridiculous.
Cinematically.
I don't know how long they've had this plan for, but
As soon as Disney took over Marvel,
Wait, is this like an actual plan that you see on the internet where it's like,
No, this is their phases. Alright, so it's Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, right?
no, but who's making up these phases?
Marvel themselves.
So Marvel has
Marvel
this plan to
Cinematic
take
Universe-
over.
Who is
Yeah, Marvel, University.
So,
Cinematic
I want to go
Universe.
there.
So they released it
I
saying
wanna go
that
to
we're gonna
Marvel
have go out in phase to take over the movie theater with all our movies.
No, they talked about this was Phase 1. Once Phase 1 was done, they released that it was Phase 1. And they're like, here's what Phase 2 is. They said all the movies for Phase 2, and then Phase 3, here's all the movies.
Doesn't that only mean that they're gonna try to add them all together, just like with DC is just trying to do Justice League right now?
Yeah, well,
I'm pretty sure DC.
Phase
got their
1
idea from-
Phase 1 was getting the Avengers
Could be
together.
wrong.
So Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, and
Was
then
there
the
a-
Avengers.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
What?
Hulk 2. You keep saying there was a Hulk 2.
That was like
apparently?
in the
There's
90s.
two, there's-
So
there's
so we're talking about an older
that-
movie.
That's an
So
old
that
TV
wasn't
show
even
that you're thinking
wasn't
of.
even any of the phases.
So-
There's only
no.
one Hulk movie for Phase 1.
Okay, so
I
tell
don't
us
even know
then.
if it counted.
And he changed actors,
There was
which
one-
is kind of an awkward
Oh,
thing.
look, now I'm
Like Phase
someone
1, we
else.
recorded the Hulk. Phase 1, the Hulk changed first.
It was a 2003 and a 2008.
Yeah.
Okay, the 2003. Let's not talk about the 2003 because
Yeah, we won't add that. to Phase
Neither
1.
of them were good though.
No, neither of them were.
I really liked the 2008 one. I thought it was a pretty fun movie, and I liked whatever the actor was. I forget his name. I liked him, and he's a good Hulk.
All right, but can I talk?
Edward
They
Norton.
changed the rules. They changed the rules for superheroes, and that's so annoying.
What do you mean they changed the rules?
All right, so like Hulk, he would only it was he gets mad, he turns into the Hulk, and then they're like, oh no, well if you get your heart rate above 165, you
Yeah,
Return to the
there's a
Hulk.
couple of minor
I
continuity
can't.
issues.
So I kind of disagree. I think it's actually cool. I think they added a progressive state of a Hulk learning his powers, and he he just becomes a Hulk. He's not going to have full control of it.
But they drop it.
But as the
They
movies,
drop it after 2008. They haven't brought it up at all.
with what him
With
being able
with
to
the
control-
Avengers.
Well,
Either of the Avengers.
Then maybe you can just assume that he never gets his heart rate above that point, and that when he does, it's.
But I mean, doesn't it happen when you're angry, your heart rate usually goes up?
Yeah. That's the
So isn't that like the correlation between it? And they're saying the heart
It
rate is
is,
the only thing.
But like,
What
what if like,
difficulty is physical exercise will also elevate your heart.
what if like he just
Yeah,
needs to
exactly.
go for a
I don't-
run? And it's
I
like-
think it's not his heart rate. I think it's a combination of both. Like that's
It should be both.
how he knows, right? Because you could have the emotion of anger, but you don't really notice that you're angry.
Ah.
And if it starts beeping, you're like, oh hey, I have something wrong right now.
Yeah.
Time to
But
do
in
some yoga.
2008, in the 2008
Time to do
movie,
some yoga.
he starts, getting it on, and he's like,
Whoa.
he's
Whoa there.
seriously, no,
Get it on with
seriously.
it.
Yeah, in the movie, he's
With
like,
the-
"Whoa, I can't get that excited."
I can't get excited. I'll turn into the Hulk, and
She
I
did-
thought that was stupid.
She didn't want
Like-
to play hide the pickle.
Yeah,
Anyways,
it's like, so what that, and that's why it confused me. Why does Black Widow? Why is like her almost seducing the Hulk? Why is that?
Yeah,
calming
that'd
down?
be a
okay,
pretty scary
think
thought.
about it. Scarlett Johansson's pretty attractive.
But does that get
she
your
has
heart rate down?
She has a soothing voice that probably calms anyone
no,
down.
get your heart
No.
rate up.
Nope.
That's not how biology
The
works.
blood would start rushing. But like, no, not shut up. Shut up.
So one of the things we wanted to do is rate the movies and
Yeah.
the phases.
I think
and
we
I think
should
it
at
would be a
least-
good transition point because I don't think we're going anywhere
Yeah.
good.
How about we just talk about the best movie of each phase, and we'll have to predict for phase 3. Obviously.
Alright, so phase 1, right, is Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, and the Avengers. So I think what we should do is go through the individual movies and then talk about the Avenger movies,
Okay.
like add them together.
Well, yeah, really quickly. All right. So Iron Man 1, great movie, perfect for them to dive in to this whole cinematic universe,
True.
right? perfect. I mean, everyone already kind of knew Iron Man. It was such a popular film. Do you guys remember Iron Man 1 coming out?
Still one of my favorite Marvel movies.
Great movie. Great way. I think they entered in the game strong.
It was pretty good, yeah. They did a good
Good
job.
movie. But when compared to the other ones, no. But it is good.
Does anyone take the
Not with the other Iron Mans. I'm saying with all the other movies in this.
I disagree.
I still pick Iron Man over most of these, if not all of them. I feel like they're really strong. Like, I'm not saying any of the sequels are better than the rest of the movies, but I think Iron Man 1 is the strongest, like, first movie for these superheroes.
Oh yeah, great, strong movie, and I think great way for them to get into the game. Robert Downey Jr. just
did
fantastic.
such a great job.
He killed
Iron
it.
Man.
Oh, he killed it.
He's a good
Okay, Hulk.
So-
not my cup of tea.
Hulk is my favorite superhero, so maybe I'm a little bit biased to this one, but I thought it was a really fun movie. And kind of a stupid story with Abomination, how they played that out.
Yeah.
But I still thought it was really fun when Abomination and Hulk were just literally going at it, destroying the entire city. I thought it was really entertaining to watch.
Yeah, good. There are some good shots, like where he's getting shot up by like 40 gunsmen, and then what did he do?
They bring
He,
in
like,
the big
grabbed-
sound waves and like
He
shut him down.
Yeah, but didn't he like grab a helicopter? And
Yeah,
was
he at
using
some
it to
point he
defend
just
himself?
like threw a helicopter at like a bunch of people.
Good shots. I'm gonna say it wasn't my favorite movie, but it was all right. Iron Man 2.
Boo.
No, it was great.
No,
was
it
a great
wasn't.
movie. Even better than the first.
No.
So why was it
easily
bad?
better.
Okay,
False.
why was
Okay.
it bad?
You think about the villain, right? It was a guy who has electrical capabilities, right? He has electric whips. How does Iron Man,
That's
one of
viable.
the smartest man
Yeah,
in the
how
world,
did he lose?
go? How does he lose? Why does he go within range? Every time he goes within range
Yep.
to get grabbed. That
Yep.
makes no sense
That
for
makes-
a smart
yep.
man to take it. He even has an AI who's arguably
Jarvis,
smart, just as smart as he is.
I'm gonna
Smarter.
counter that. I'm
Smarter.
gonna say that
Jarvis is smarter.
if Iron Man were, okay, so Tony Stark, this billionaire who is like, a genius. If he
True.
wanted to get something done efficiently, he would create like a sniper or something to just take him out from a distance. He clearly is in it for more than just
He's in it for the glory.
the efficiency. He's
He
in it for
probably
the glory.
wanted
But
to
for
beat
so
him
many
to
times-
show
Can you imagine
people.
how boring of a movie that would be?
But he fails the first time, right? He fails again, and then
Yeah.
he comes back. Like, that's a typical superhero movie. You fail and do it, but like, you fail in such a stupid way. You
Yeah.
can't have a smart.
That's
it
true.
doesn't make sense for a smart guy, even though he is egotistical. It doesn't make sense. He doesn't want to die. He cares much more about himself. So why is he going in within range to get attacked each time? Like,
because he's successful.
Yeah, it's
It
ridiculous.
worked. That's all.
Maybe
all I
that
gotta
was just
say
a
is
good
that
way
it
to
worked.
portray his cockiness as a person.
One thing I gotta say though, which was a little inconsistent about those movies, the cast change from 1 to 2. That was
Oh.
when it happened, right? When Rhodey?
Yeah.
Or- that's his name, right? Rhodey?
yeah,
Yeah,
Rhodey got
Rhodey-
changed.
Rhodey
War
got
Machine.
changed, and it's just like, oh, now I've got a different best black friend.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
original
that's
Rhodey was
true.
awesome. The second Rhodey was okay, but like, I don't think Iron Man 2 was better than Iron Man 1. I refuse.
I don't think
Okay.
it was. No, Iron Man 1
I
was
think the
probably
funniest thing that came out of Iron Man 2 is the meme where it was like, he trusted a black man with his stuff, and he turned... Like, have you seen that meme? It's this whole, like, paragraph post about, like, this is about how he was stupid, and I'm not being racist. I don't want to be racist. But this post was hilarious. Do you remember this post about this meme about Captain America, or Iron Man trusting Rhodes
You really
with
want to
his
talk
stuff
about Captain
and
America?
stole-
Yeah, no.
better.
I'm
as much
excited to get
as
to
much
them.
as I spend most of my time on memes, I don't remember that specific
Okay.
one.
Alright,
I'm
let's
sorry.
skip memes talk.
Yeah, let's
okay,
do it.
Thor.
Thor.
Wait,
Oh.
did we even come to a conclusion about Iron Man 2?
I don't.
Yeah.
Eh,
Meh.
no, Iron Man 2 is a great
was-
movie, and I'll argue that it is the best of the Iron Man trilogy by far.
What's your argument?
Well, no one
What's
will
my
argue
argu-
with you,
Yeah.
JK.
You just stated you stated
I
personal
accept
opinions.
your argument.
You stated
you.
opinions.
Well, I think it was excellent the way that he, the villain design.
That was pretty cool.
I thought that it was really cool to represent like this guy who is, maybe not as smart as Tony Stark, but definitely of, kind of equal mental caliber.
It's kind
Um,
of like Nikola Tesla versus
Einstein.
Edison.
Thomas Edison. Yeah.
Oh, was it Einstein? What am I saying? So yeah, I mean, I thought it was really well done. It was nice to see him like on an equal playing field as opposed to the previous movie where what's his face, his mentor Jeremiah, whatever his
Yeah.
name is. All he had was technology that Stark built. He wasn't even like
Yeah, true.
he wasn't even a brilliant mastermind. in the end, it was it was pretty easy for him to beat him, I think. But
Yeah, okay. Point taken. Thor. Oh, man.
Fun.
Thor was a great movie.
They
Like-
did a really good job of casting Thor. They did
Oh
this
my gosh,
tall,
Loki.
ripped, long blonde hair guy. Perfect.
long blonde hair guy,
Yeah,
So, is
that's
it,
what
is
Thor
it,
is
is it
supposed to
Chris Hemsworth?
Crimson, yeah,
Chris
Chris
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth.
Crimsonworth.
Crimson. What even? Yeah.
Definitely a good
That's it.
movie. I like it. If we were doing like this first phase that we're just talking about, it would do like Iron Man and Thor up there. I think Thor was definitely really well done, and the plot was
Thor was really good, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so hilarious.
they didn't make him overpowered, which is what I liked about that because he's a god,
Oh, man.
right? So
Yeah.
and it's hard to have a superhero or anyone who's a god because that means they're immortal. But they played that really well.
The only
Yeah.
difficulty I thought was his character development. Like, he was basically just this angry guy for a lot of the movie, and then he has this unexplained heart change when he's exposed to humanity. Like,
A
he
girl.
No,
Yeah.
Girl
okay.
did it.
somehow
that's
makes
that's
him.
an explanation enough. A guy meets girl and he changes.
Guys don't become humble when they meet girls. They become even more arrogant and, like, terrible.
I think he saw what the point of humanity is, right? Because he thought humanity was trash, was worthless, right?
Sure.
But then he saw potential, which changes your mind. Because then you're like, hey, they're not absolute trash that I could just step on. They're like, they're actually have something that I care about now.
Sure,
Wait
and
a
that's a
second.
great value,
They
and I
got
approve of that.
ladies.
I just think it should have been a little bit more fleshed out.
Yeah, it definitely should have for better character development. They did go better into like second movie, the Thor 2, but they should have done it in the origin story of him.
Oh, but his experience with people just was so great. Oh, remember when he was drinking coffee for the first time?
Yes.
Another
This drink, I like it. Another.
Yeah, that was a pretty memorable
That was
line.
a very memorable scene.
So we're in agreement that Thor was good.
Thor was good.
All right.
There was
All
good.
right. On to my favorite superhero, Captain America.
He's not even a superhero. He's just a guy with a couple
But
powers.
that is what makes him.
He's like a good human being, like a triathlete.
But
human
isn't that
being.
what every superhero is? That don't they just represent like some element that humans really see in themselves and
That's
they want
just
it
a hero.
amplified, like super strength, super
Wait,
speed?
doesn't
Thor?
That's any
wait,
hero.
doesn't Batman count
Thor?
as a superhero then?
Batman?
Yeah, Batman's a superhero,
Okay,
but
Batman's-
Batman's-
but he's
Iron Man's a
DC. We're not
superhero?
talking him.
Okay, Iron Man's a superhero.
Iron
Yeah,
Man
no,
is a
because he's got a
superhero.
suit, and Batman has because he's got gadgets and a suit.
All I'm saying is that I don't think like just because even though he has like a minuscule amount of like superpowers, I don't think that defines a superhero.
No, I think a
He's
superhero,
definitely a superhero.
is any character that portrays amplified traits that humanity values. So, for example, super strength, super speed, and in Captain America's case, morality. I think that's a
He
great
does have
example.
super strength.
I
though.
have super morality.
Super moral.
He has super strength.
Okay.
He has above average. Like he's a superhuman, basically.
Yeah, and he gets injected with super serum. So
Yeah.
he is a superhero.
And kind
He's
of
a
to counter my own point, they kind of used Captain America's serum, and that's developed as what was the Hulk. And so Captain America's actually stronger than we think. He's not near as strong as the Hulk, but it's kind of hard to, in a non-animated film to make like a human look as strong as, because like he's actually stronger and faster than the movie kind of portrays him. But yeah, kind of counter my point. He's not bad.
He's also discovering his powers for the first time. He's getting used to this. I mean, if you go from
Not
a
the first
skinny,
time. Well,
Skinny, weak kid.
weak kid to like this ripped, like massive dude that
That all
can
the girls
like,
want.
yeah,
Here's what I love about Captain America.
super charisma.
Especially how he starts, right? I love how he starts. Because he's not a superhero when he starts. He's just a guy with a great heart,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
He's just, like, he's so able to recognize with. Like, we can totally... I just botched that sentence up so bad, but...
No, but
You
yeah,
know what
you
I'm
can
trying to say, right?
identify
You
with
can,
him.
thank you.
Yeah.
You can identify with him so well. And the fact that he earns his powers, because he definitely earns it.
Mhm.
He earns his powers, unlike anyone else. No one else on this
Especially
list yet.
Captain America.
Okay,
I mean,
actually,
sorry, Iron Man.
Thor re-earns his powers.
yeah, I don't know if I would say earn is.
But he does.
I don't think he. I
Yeah.
don't think he earns.
I'd
it.
agree earn is the wrong word.
The earn
Deserves. Maybe
he-
deserves
he-
could be a good word.
I don't think earn is the right word, right? Because so they picked him because he cared more about other people than themselves. He jumped on top of the grenade. That was like the turning point in that movie to pick him.
Yeah.
That point when he decided to give his own life for the people, that was a defining point for him to be chosen. I don't think he earned it. I think that was just built into him.
I don't think it was even for the people. I think it was for the principle of doing the right thing, which
Yeah.
is, depending on who you ask, it could be more powerful, it could be less powerful.
Yeah.
So.
But I don't think he earned it. I think that was just his personality, and it showed, and someone picked him because of what his.
How is that not earning it though?
Because he didn't do any, he didn't mean like he didn't know that was going to be what that was.
Sure. So he earned it. He bought it without knowing it. So like, I mean, he proved a sense of worthiness through an action.
But I don't think he earned it. Earning means
That's
that he's
what
worthy.
earning means.
Earning means that he's worthy of it, right? Like
he is worthy of it.
He's worthy of it in a sense, but I don't think he. I think earn like you worked for it or something like that.
Okay,
Worthy of it.
Well,
but,
we're getting semantical here.
Yeah.
but I don't think he earned it.
Beautiful movie though.
Still a good movie.
Pretty fun movie. They really did a good job on Captain America and showing emotions, and it was pretty heartbreaking. The
What
end
a
of it,
hunk
but
they chose.
What a hunk.
Oh man.
That's
Chris
Chris
Evans.
Evans.
Chris Evans.
Oh,
The other
yeah.
famous Chris.
Oh,
Oh, he's
yeah.
great.
What
They
are
all
some of
just
these
went-
Chris's?
They went up by 10% gay right there, just
Dude.
a little bit.
Him and what's it called?
Who?
In
You guys right there, you're like, oh, Chris Evans.
I
mean, it's
so
Chris
dirty.
Evans.
Dude, that shot where he held down a helicopter.
Yeah, okay,
in,
so-
in Civil War.
in Civil War when you held a helicopter. With,
Oh,
We're
Wait,
getting
we
ahead of
haven't got to
ourselves.
Civil War
Yeah,
yet.
yeah,
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
all right. So out of the movies, Iron Man 1, Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, and Captain America.
and then the
No,
Avengers.
not yet, not yet. We're doing the Avengers after we talk about the other ones. Out of those 5 movies,
Okay.
which is number 1 in your head?
Captain America.
I pick Iron Man.
Which first?
First one.
Okay. I'd give the edge to Captain America, although Iron Man 2 is a close second.
I'd say it's hard for me to decide one, but Iron Man and Captain America are both very close.
Okay.
So which one would you put ahead of the other?
If I had to, probably Iron Man. No, Captain America. Captain America. I had
Okay,
to say
so
Captain
it's 3 Captain Americas to 1 Iron
Deep
Man.
thought.
tiebreaker there.
So we can obviously tell when we go to Civil War talk, I think I know what they're going to pick. Just throwing that out there.
Team Cap, baby.
Just throwing that out there. All right.
I don't want to talk about Avengers much because everyone's seen it.
We'll talk about when we get to
I've never even
Avengers
seen
2.
it,
All right,
actually.
so Iron Man 3.
So this is phase 2.
We're doing phase 2 now. We've got Iron Man 3,
Okay.
Thor 2, Captain America 2, Guardians of the Galaxy, Age of Ultron, Avengers, and we have Ant-Man.
Okay, so take them one at a time. Start with the first one.
Iron Man 3.
Oh
Woo!
What
gosh.
a disaster.
That was
Train wreck.
That was a train wreck. It was not good. I don't like how all of us like he changed for a girl, right? He changed for Pepper Potts and blew up all his suits, but then in Avengers, Age of Ultron, he has all those suits back again.
Yeah.
That's a huge plot hole between these two movies that should not have been made. For
Okay, so
that.
focus
How much
more
does
on
a
the.
suit cost him to make?
He's a billionaire. It doesn't matter.
I
But
mean-
no, that suit has to be super expensive, and he has like
Even
hundreds of-
billionaires have limits to their money.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Super
those-
wealth, baby. It's
Whatever.
But
That's
he's,
a
he's
superpower.
making them all himself, and making stuff yourself makes stuff cheaper. So he just has to pay for the resources. So
Iron Man 3 did the same thing that Civil War did to us. It did the same thing where you have this expected villain. Oh no, the expected villain's not
yeah.
coming.
No, it was a
It's
lame.
like, oh, you
follow-through.
want the Mandarin?
Yeah.
You want a great character who's really great in the comics and the animated series? No. We're just gonna give you this drunk Ben Kingsley.
The whole appeal
Ugh.
of the Mandarin is that he was from this other culture that we didn't understand. He has unknown motivations. He has unknown powers. And when we get down to it, it's, this other guy who we thought was a good guy, but he was always a little bit weird. But, and it just wasn't even that compelling.
It wasn't.
The Mandarin is supposed to have 10 superpower rings, and he doesn't have those. And
Yeah.
it's supposed to be amazing. Like that fight,
Oh
I'm
my
pretty
gosh.
sure if Iron Man 4 is coming out, I don't even know if that thing is going to be in the future, but if Iron Man 4 is coming out, that's what they're going to touch on. They have to. He is Iron Man's super villain, the counterpart of Iron Man.
Like, he's so strong and such a good character. Oh my god.
And Marvel's really suffering for dynamic villains. All they have is, Loki was a great villain, I thought.
Yeah.
But he's really it as far as, maybe... Not even the Red Skull. He was in
Well-
Captain America 1, and then we just never saw him again.
Joker.
Joker
But that's
was
from
Get out of
DC.
here. So yeah,
Oh.
so we have Loki. We have
Joker is a great villain, though.
we had Loki. We had the Red Skull. We have Dark frick.
We have,
We-
we have the
we do have
non-Mandarin.
Thanos.
We have
But
Thanos.
is-
Thanos.
He's
Thanos, I'm
He's
gonna
just
sit
like-
on a chair and do nothing.
he's
That's
so
all-
ominous.
No, but
That's all he
right
does.
now it kind of shows that he's orchestrating everything.
Yeah.
So that's what I think he is, as of right now, the best supervillain they have.
So it's good, and when all the movies are finally out and we watch
Yeah.
them, you know, from start to end over like who knows how many days that's going to take, but like, you know, when you have it all
41
together,
hours.
it's going to be rewarding. But you know, when you go years between, you know, Avengers movies, and you know, finally we get to Thanos, like, you know, is anyone really going to remember that, or are they just going to think of him as like, oh, who's this?
Yeah, who's
Like,
this guy?
he's
Wait,
such
who's
a
the guy who
change.
just got off the chair?
Who's the guy?
Thanos.
He finally got off his chair.
Yeah.
What's going on? So I don't know. But yeah, it. Which
Iron Man
movie
3.
were we on?
Iron Man 3 is a
Yeah.
flop. We agree.
Yeah.
What was
okay.
up with
I will
his
say one
girlfriend at
good
the end?
point.
And it was the villain that ruined it. If they'd have had a good villain, it would have been compelling.
Yeah. It would have made a lot more sense for the exploding of the suits. I would have given it all to him if Mandarin was just like some super powered awesome person.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. He was just like a guy in like videos.
One thing I will give it, great part was when he meets that kid who helps build his stuff back.
yeah.
What I loved about that part, he's talking about, yeah, my dad left, and Iron Man's just like, you think Iron Man's about to like have this emotional connection, and such in the character of Iron Man, he's like, parents leave, and it's just like, it's so harsh. But it's so down to his character. And,
It's
like,
funny because the whole point of Iron Man 3 is to humanize him. Like, they're giving him panic attacks. They've cut him off from all of these suits and stuff, so he has to use his ingenuity to kind of work something out, and he's totally heartless.
Yeah.
So he's not, you know, relatable at all. So it's kind of a, you know, it's a fun, you know, discrepancy in it.
Yeah. Dark World.
Thor 2.
Thor 2
Thor
Dark
2.
World.
Okay, I just gotta say this. I really like the Thor movies. I think they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what I expected from like Thor, I thought it was gonna be stupid, but I like the Thor movies. I think they're great.
I thought it was okay. I expected a little bit more, but I don't know. Part of that could have just been the trailer hype. Like, I just wanted to see more.
Did you see the teaser at the end?
Remind me about the teaser.
It's Loki on the throne.
Oh, yeah.
Did you
Oh,
see
Thanos'
yeah.
stone?
No, on
On the
um
throne
their
of
dad's
Asgard.
throne?
Asgard. It is
Yeah, I
that
forgot
that,
about that.
I
Okay.
freaked out.
No, yeah, that
because
made it.
Loki is like one of the most intricate villains that there is.
He's
he
learned.
flip flops so quickly, and then when you think he's finally doing something good, he flips back, and then when you think
Yeah,
he's doing
he's
all
insane.
like bad, he flips back to good, and it's like this. You're like you're tearing my heart back and forth, but you're such a good villain about it because
Yeah.
you're taking control of what you want.
No,
And
agreed.
that's what made Thor 2 so great. It was a constant back and forth of, wait, is Loki good now? Is Loki bad? What's going on? And his personality is just so charming, but he's evil. He's so evil. Oh,
So I really like that. Something you do have to call attention to is the supporting cast and just the other characters. I mean, Natalie Portman is the female lead. I mean, I
Is
have
she
no
even
problem.
in it?
I
I don't even remember
She
her
is.
being
No,
in it.
she's-
Wait, which one is she?
She's the female lead. She's she's Thor's,
Natalie Portman.
Girl?
Queen
Thor's
Amidala?
girlfriend, yeah.
Oh,
See, I don't even remember her name.
I totally forgot about that.
Like, as a character. But that's the point, is that these characters are, you know, they're forgettable characters, but they're doing things that are advancing the plot, and you can't have that. You have to have, you know, major, in my opinion, you have to have, like, major plot points and developments, like, connected to a good, you know, foundation of characters, and I just didn't think we saw that, especially with, you know, all the science and stuff that happened. You know, that's their go-to
Yeah.
explanation is, you know, oh,
Science.
there's portals opening. How do we know they're there? You know, science. You know, it doesn't even make sense to me.
I mean, that's fair.
They
That's
didn't
fair.
even try to explain it. Like, they're just like, oh, science is just another thing that, you know, magic is just another name for science. And
Yeah, they were talking about I can't even say that, anomalies of like how they could tell where
Yeah.
the portals were, but disruption. Anyways, Cameron, what do you think about Thor 2?
I honestly don't even remember it. That's all I can say. I would have to rewatch it.
Okay, yeah. So I'd probably say that
Alright.
it's not the best one. It's probably 50 split. Joe, you like it?
Yeah, it was, no. I liked it, but it had a lot of dark cinematic, feel to it. I don't like that. I like bright, colorful movies, and it was very dark and grim.
All right, so,
So-
it's 1-3 again. All right, next one, Captain America 2, Winter Soldier.
Ooh. Good movie.
great movie.
I love Bucky and Captain America.
I thought Winter Soldier was good.
Good, yeah. They did a good. I like Bucky. He's such a cool character when they do him well, and you kind of see more of him in other movies progress. But He's really fun.
What did you think of the whole political element with like Big Brother and like assassinating threats before they even happen and that kind of thing? Like,
I think
what
that
do you
was.
think of that?
I think it was very good commentary. I think it was very good social commentary.
You didn't think it was too much for the movie? Like the movie wasn't distracted and derailed by this other point?
No, I don't think so, because nothing would distract me from Chris's arms.
You just went up by 5%.
I'm kidding.
You just went up by 5%.
Do you remember the scene where he walks into the elevator
Oh, yes.
and the guy's like,
He gets on.
he's like, so, who's gonna go first?
Before we get started, does anyone want to get off?
Yes!
That was pretty fun.
Oh my gosh!
That was probably the best line of the movie.
Best scene of that movie.
That, and he escapes on a motorcycle.
And I think what I love about Captain America is every character is really fleshed out. Like, every character is given, like, grace, but also, like, explaining. Like, Bucky. Perfect point, right? It's like this redeemable character who's evil, but it's like, there's so much, like, goodness in the Captain America movies, where it's like, these people have morals. Like, there's such a focus on morals.
I like that dynamic. They don't make it all black or white. They don't make, every villain is, 100% bad. I mean, he could argue that the Red Skull is that, but...
Yeah, he's pretty much like worse than Hitler.
But in Cap 2, it's dynamic.
So I'll say this: you said every character. It's not every character in the movie.
Not every character.
It's
Sorry,
definitely main characters have a lot of like character development. You can tell the struggles that they're going through. You can tell, especially with Bucky, that he doesn't want to be doing these things, but he literally got like reprogrammed. So overall, Captain America, yes.
Good.
Oh,
yes.
All right, that's a 4.
Here we come, the giant. Phase 2.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Guardians of the Galaxy. Amazing.
Yes. Thank you. Let's get another one.
Amazing movie, but
No buts.
no,
No buts.
there's something
Disagree.
in there. I gotta think about it.
Chris's. All we should star in
Our
movies
Chris.
now are Chris's.
Our
Chris
Chris
Pratt, Chris
Hemsworth,
Hemsworth,
Chris
Chris
Evans,
Evans.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Get those 3 in a movie, and if it was a comedy, it probably wouldn't be good. Honestly. But
Chris Pratt.
they can
Kick
make a
some comedy,
fantastic action or adventure movie
Oh,
about
for
those
sure.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if
Expendables
like
4, whenever that comes out, I just want to see a bunch of the Marvel characters in an Expendables 4.
Why would that happen?
Cause like seeing Chris Evans and like Chris Hemsworth
That's a
and
nice...
Chris Pratt all in like
That's a nice idea, but
That's
doesn't
a
have to be
nice
old.
fantasy.
yeah, no, I'm saying in like 20, 30 years.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
what I
I
want.
hope,
They're all
I hope
dead.
Expendables is not still a thing in 20, 40 years.
Expendables 31.
Okay.
I know I had
see.
some critiques when I watched the
Back
movie,
to the
but as of
Galaxy.
right now, overall, it's a really good movie.
Soundtrack.
Soundtrack,
Oh,
Amazing.
comedy, epicness. There were so many good parts of this
And-
movie.
soundtrack. First of all, it wasn't just the songs they used; it's how they used them. That opening scene where he's kicking the rats and using them to
Yeah,
be microphones.
that was just so good. That
Flawless
pulled you in from the start.
Like,
and when something pulls you in
it's
that
just like
quickly,
I'm so interested in this, and this character is just like. And I love the gritty opening. The gritty opening is like, you don't know who this character is. It's mysterious. He kind of looks evil. And then the music starts just like, this is setting the pace for how this movie's going to be.
It's true. It doesn't take itself too seriously. The only thing I'll say is that the villain was again a disappointment.
So
like,
the-
they take him out. Like he challenged
Ronan?
him to a dance contest. He should have.
Yes.
He should have just struck him down with a hammer.
That's my biggest
So one-
thing with that movie.
So
that
that
I
was,
think-
They
that was
didn't
very
end
weak.
an action movie with like a huge fight scene. It was almost a comedy. Like,
Yeah.
it was almost classified as a comedy because the big ending is this joke where he's like, come on, bro, dance off.
what are you doing?
But he killed so many other people, right? And then he dies to a dance off, or like stops to a dance off. That's the big.
Okay.
That was not believable at all.
That's a
I get
huge
that.
problem with it. Like I understand it has comedy in it, but even regular action movies has comedy in it. But it shouldn't have been how they defeated it
Sure.
because now they're labeled the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like that's not how that works. You literally challenge a guy to a dance off and you beat the person because of that. Like how are you Guardians of anything now?
That being said,
They did a lot of guarding in that.
they did a lot of guarding.
Think about it. That whole end scene where,
You should write an article and label it. Yeah, they did a lot
That-
of guarding.
the Guardians guarded. I'm just saying.
Yeah, before we move on, I think one last point is the movie wasn't afraid to kill people. They showed all the spaceships of like the good people just dying, just getting obliterated by the big, massive, like whatever ship that was.
Yeah, sure.
And as much as it's not like, yay, people dying. I don't like it when movies are afraid to kill people. Like in Avengers, there was like these aliens just raining from the skies, and they try to make it seem like no one even got injured. I'm like, come on now, like 30,000 people died. Let's be honest. So Guardians wasn't afraid to like have some death, which isn't like, oh yes, I love death, but it's necessary because with the villains,
Sure.
it's gonna happen.
They're not shying away from a more real side to it.
We have one more movie, and it's the last non-Avengers movie, and that is Ant-Man.
Let's go.
Fun.
Fun.
Great fun movie.
Ant-Man
I thought it was great.
amazing.
I know that there. Wait. Oh, we also have Civil War. I don't want to talk about Civil War.
Oh,
Let's
no.
be honest, Civil War is an Avengers movie, though.
It kind of is.
It has most of the Avengers.
Sorry, let's get back on track. Ant-Man, real quickly. It was funny. It was funny.
I don't think it was a top
Baskin
tier
Robbins always
movie.
finds out.
I'd say somewhere around a 7 to an 8, where it was fun, it was exciting. There was nothing super special, but it was pretty cool and unique adding Ant-Man to the series.
Oliver, go ahead.
I'm going to give it a 5. I think it was right down the middle for me. It had so many things that they tried to explain out with science, and I don't think it did it.
He's not very good with science, guys.
I don't know. I don't think it did it well. Like he shrinks down a tank, right?
Okay,
The
yeah, no,
science
that
was
was
not right.
unbelievable.
He shrinks
That
down a
was
tank,
ridiculous.
and then he shrinks down. He continually shrinks, right?
Yeah.
Towards the end of the movie, and then he reverses it around somehow. Like does he flip it upside down or something like that?
He turned it from mini to Wumbo.
Yeah, like something stupid like that.
to Wumbo?
And in Civil War, he sent it to Wumbo.
something along the lines of that, and he gets back to normal. I think there were a lot of flaws that they threw in there without any explanation.
Yeah, so I mean, it almost would have been better if they hadn't tried too hard to explain it, as opposed
Yeah.
to giving an explanation that nobody likes. So I mean, all they have to do to change it though is just say that they can also, in addition to like shrinking the distance between molecules, that they can also change the mass of molecules. And I think that might that explains how you can have a tank on your keychain.
But they did say that like when he is the small as an ant, he has his punch as strong as a normal man. But is stronger than a normal man
If
because
it's
of how
as strong as a normal
concentrated.
man, he should rip
It's
right through someone's
concentrated.
head. Like that doesn't. Yeah.
All right.
Like he doesn't lose mass.
Before
as
we
far as
get
I
into
know.
Intro to Physics 121,
Intro to physics.
let's move on to Civil War really quickly.
Awful movie.
No, Civil War is
Very
the best.
disappointing.
Okay.
Great cinematic
Deplorable.
moments, but terrible
the-
ending.
Civil War
Like-
was great.
Well, the ending wasn't terrible.
So
but
much
was
of it didn't
disappointing.
make sense. If we wanted to plot hole hunt, we could plot hole hunt all day. As a whole, I thought it was fun. I thought it had some really cool scenes with Ant-Man. Most people don't agree with me, but I love Spider-Man. I think
What?
Spider-Man...
Everyone loves
No, I-
Spider-Man.
I hate that Spider-Man.
Everyone loves
Really?
that
It's
Spider-Man.
just Oliver. I love
I
Spider-Man.
hate
I've met
that
a lot of other
Spider-Man.
people that don't like it.
I
there's-
don't know
At least,
anyone.
at
Well, you
least
know
3
me.
people.
You know my brother. He hates that Spider-Man.
Your brother's terrible. I'm kidding.
His Spider-Man is his.
Your
favorite,
brother's the
Your brother
9/11
can
of
go and start his
everything.
own podcast.
His Spider-Man is his favorite superhero.
Okay.
Spider-Man used to be my favorite superhero, but it's so hard when
Used
they
to be
have
until they screw him over
they're
in
having
movies.
three series of Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
They had one with what is it? Is it Andy's
Fat old guy?
No. The main
Tobey
Yeah.
Maguire.
Yeah,
Tobey
Tobey
Maguire.
Maguire,
Tobey
fat old
Maguire.
guy.
So Tobey Maguire, right? They have Andrew Garfield, and now they have this new kid.
The new kid is the best.
So now I'm going to ask you: is that the fault of this movie, though? Is that the fault of Civil War that you have preconceived notions
Ooh.
about Spider-Man? No, Civil War does a great job with Spider-Man.
How?
How?
Yes.
Spider-Man is supposed to be a nerd. He messes around in fights in actual comic books. Like he's a little kid who's just excited to be like fighting people.
Yeah,
he's like this nerd who gets beat up his whole life, and now he's got powers. So then he's super excited to use them. They do like an an accurate representation.
Yeah, no, they do a good job. They capture the feel of it, and they make him impressionable, which is good until he like actually encounters opposing forces. When he gets into the battle, like you kind of get the feeling that the way Stark is treating him versus the dialogue he has with Captain America, that like he's actually going to think for himself a little bit, which is cool. It's nice to see characters thinking for themselves, and he was effective. Like he totally held his own in that fight.
I feel like all they added to the Spider-Man that the other Spider-Mans didn't was more commentary during fighting.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only
That's
thing.
an important
I feel
thing
like
to Spider-Man.
the only thing that they added to it.
I like how they actually pointed out, they're like, I don't know if you've been in many fights, kid, but there's usually not this much talking.
Yeah, and that's kind of something Spider-Man's kind of known for. So
And it's great.
as a whole,
I love it.
Black Panther was good in that movie.
as a
Ooh,
whole,
Black Panther, so good.
Okay.
the movie. What do you guys think?
I would give it a thumbs up as I would watch it again because I want to see that last scene again.
Yeah.
Where Black Panther grabs him and he's like, "The living are not done with you yet." That was a good part.
What did you like about it?
I don't know. It was just so like, oh. It was almost like a drop the mic.
It had
It's
some
like,
sort of
he's
undefinable
like, tell
quality.
that to the dead. He's like, the living are not done with you yet. And that was, so we skipped the 2 Avengers movies because, I don't know.
You want to address
Okay.
them together?
Oh, I want to say one more thing
What?
about the Civil War.
Yeah.
I want to give a rating system because that's what we've been trying to do for the most of the movie. I give it a 6. I give it better than whatever it was Ant-Man. I give it better than Ant-Man.
Out of 10?
A 6 out of 10.
Okay.
There were some good parts. My favorite part was the Black Panther. That's basically it. I like Black Panther out of the movie.
Okay, that's fair. I respect that. I
Black
disagree,
Panther
but I
suit
respect
was
it.
great.
I think so far on this list, this movie is the best to pick around because the fact that you're having superheroes fight each other, it's so easy to say that doesn't make sense and that doesn't make sense. It was a really so mine. I'm gonna give it a 7. It was super fun, but there's just too much. You can be like, what the heck? That would never actually happen.
Yeah. Scene transitions were terrible in that movie. I will say that.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, before we get off that, so we really gotta quickly go over the Avengers. Both Avengers, if we want to. I mean, I kind of want to leave those movies alone because they're their own separate entities, and there's so much commentary that's already been done on those two that like you almost don't want to touch them. Avengers 1, I don't know anyone who hated that movie.
I liked it.
Avengers 2 was disappointing. Still an alright movie.
I thought Ultron was a good villain, and I was disappointed that they actually had to kill him off instead of like keeping him around somehow.
Did they kill him off entirely?
You can
pretty-
never kill off people
Okay,
entirely
so-
in this series.
So it's possible,
Marvel.
they can always find some excuse to bring him back. But
Another
by and large, I
program?
think
Yeah,
it's
he's
agreed that
he's
he's
a
gone.
computer. It's not gonna be hard to bring.
it's just a
back.
program
Yeah.
like, oh, this little remote
I'm a-
computer got Ultron on him.
I'm assuming he's supposed to be still alive.
He's probably gonna come back.
He's gonna be.
I mean, theoretically, didn't Vision track down the very last version of Ultron though? Like, there was a scene that like made a big point of talking about that. I thought.
yeah. So
Yeah.
for some reason,
Vision was crap. I was really disappointed. At first, I was like, "Oh, it's Vision,
Oh,
and he's
no.
got the Infinity Stone." And it's like, and especially in Civil War, it's like, what is he trying to have romance now? And
The problem was all in storytelling. He shows up without hardly any explanation, and he's used, in as an asset, but he's never explained. Like, I don't know. I just wish they had actually attempted to give him some backstory instead of, oh, by the way, I'm here. Oh, by the way,
his backstory is
I
what
was
he
born
created
yesterday,
by-
but I can speak English and I can, interact with human beings and stuff. Like, what?
He's supposed to be made by Ant-Man, wasn't he?
By Ant-Man? I don't know about
no,
that.
I don't know. It's both Ant-Man and
Oh, that's right.
Iron
That
Man.
was back
They
when
worked
Ant-Man
together.
was Hank Pym or whatever.
Yeah, when Ant-Man was actually smart and while being the superhero at the same time.
All right, I'm looking at the time, and we're gonna need to wrap up soon.
Hey.
Really quickly, what overall opinion on Civil War?
On Civil War or
Or sorry, on Avengers.
Okay, on Avengers, I would Avengers 1 I think was pretty well done. Avengers 2 I would say was
Lacking.
it was lacking a little bit, but I would still give it a fairly high rating.
Okay, so I want to end on this. We've got Phase 3 coming up. Phase 3 kind of already has started because Civil War was the first one. Doctor Strange comes out tonight. I'm just going to give the list of the movies to come, and I want you to know which one you're most excited for or you think is going to be the best. So we got Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Infinity War, Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, and Infinity War Part 2.
Black Panther, hands down. I think that's going to be the most intricate storytelling that you can have there. And there is some previous animated cartoon of Black Panther, and if they bring in what I believe it was like basically aliens versus the civilization, it's going to be amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Black Panther could be super awesome. Just because of how much I love Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm going to be most excited for the second one of that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but I will say Infinity War Part 2 will probably be the best. But that's the last movie of Phase 3. Like, that's what they're all building up to, so I'm going to leave that alone. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is what I'm most excited for. And trailers are already started to release for that. Look hilarious. Jonathan, what do you think?
So, I think just off the bat, I would say probably Doctor Strange. I'm really excited about that. Although after I see it, obviously I'll have to look forward to something else. So I think in its place, definitely Ant-Man 2.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening to us for a whole segment of. I can't believe we just took on basically all the new Marvel movies. That was a giant.
We did.
We probably did it so.
Very impressive.
Yeah, we probably wronged so many fans and like not bringing up certain things.
That's
but
true.
But
That's
that's
I'm
okay.
impressed with how much we got through in the time, and I'm glad we had the discussion. I'm so excited now for Doctor Strange. Like, this is completely the best thing we could have done to warm us up. So, I'm gonna say goodbye with that. Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.